Last season, fans started growing frustrated with Gold Rush thanks to the struggles of Fred Lewis. This season, the show tried to course correct by ditching Fred and bringing back the popular Rick Ness, who took off last season for personal reasons. According to Parker Schnabel, bringing back Rick was about a lot more than helping the show. While most Gold Rush fans felt Rick Ness returning would save the show, Parker Schnabel was not sold. While Rick has been a successful miner on the reality TV show, his no-showing last season hurt the series. Parker wasn't quite as sure about Rick's return to the show. However, in the end, he is glad it happened. While many fans were hoping Rick would help make Gold Rush enjoyable again, Parker had other things in mind. Parker said that he was just glad that Rick was okay. Last season, Rick's crew went to find out why he no-showed the season. He admitted he was going through depression issues and was seeing a therapist. He said he hadn't recovered from his mother's death. He also had seasonal depression issues on top of it all. Rick seemed to be in a bad place. Things got worse when he broke off his engagement with his fiancée, Liz Airy. She accused him of cheating, and things seemed to go from bad to worse. When it comes to Parker Schnabel, all of that was more important than the drop in quality of Gold Rush thanks to names like Fred Lewis. "I was just glad he was all right," Parker said via TV Insider. "Obviously, he went through a lot. He seems to be back in a good headspace. He had definitely seemed pretty normal to me every time I saw him." The best news is that Parker said that Rick seemed fine now and that a lot of recent rumors were just escalating things that aren't true. Rick Ness returned to Gold Rush and put his crew back together again. However, what fans saw this season was a roller coaster of events for the miner. While Parker said that it is people escalating things, Gold Rush seems to have painted it in this light for the reality TV star. Rick sold his mother's home to make this run on the show possible. He hadn't even gone to the home since her death as of last season. However, it seems he has put that behind him and used it to move on. Rick said this is a gamble and he has to succeed or end it all. Rick also said the best is yet to come. At the end of the season, it gets pretty dangerous. It always comes to the call of when to pull everyone out, and it's not worth it anymore. Via TV Insider, the world of Gold Rush has seen its fair share of drama, triumphs, and setbacks, but one of the most talked about moments in recent seasons has been the return of Rick Ness to the show. Rick, a fan favorite who first gained recognition as a part of Parker Schnabel's crew, had a departure that left many wondering if his gold mining journey was truly over. Now, as he returns to Gold Rush for an exciting new chapter, the question on everyone's mind is, how does Parker Schnabel feel about Rick's return? Parker Schnabel, who has long been the face of Gold Rush and a star of his own mining operation, has had a complicated history with Rick Ness. The two worked closely together for years, with Rick serving as Parker's foreman and trusted right-hand man. However, as Rick's ambition grew and he decided to strike out on his own, tensions arose, and he eventually left Parker's team to start his own mining operation. This departure was emotional for both men, as they had forged a strong working relationship, and the dynamics of the show were forever altered. But now, with Rick Ness making a return to Gold Rush, it's clear that the mining world isn't always as simple as gold and dirt. It's also about relationships, rivalries, and a shared desire to succeed in one of the toughest industries on Earth. Parker Schnabel's reaction to Rick's return provides some fascinating insight into the complexities of their professional and personal bond, and what this means for the future of the show. The evolution of Parker and Rick's relationship. To understand Parker Schnabel's reaction to Rick Ness's return, it's important to take a look at their history. When Rick Ness first joined Parker's team, he was a relative newcomer to the gold mining world. His background was in music, and he had no formal experience with mining. However, Rick's work ethic, loyalty, and quick learning ability made him an invaluable asset to Parker's team. Their relationship grew over the years as they spent countless hours together in the harsh conditions of the Klondike. Parker, who had already built a reputation as a skilled and driven young miner, came to rely on Rick as not just a worker but a friend. Rick, in turn, learned the ropes of mining from one of the industry's most promising young talents. The pair formed a strong bond, and for many fans, their dynamic became one of the most compelling aspects of Gold Rush. However, as Parker's ambitions continued to grow, so did Rick's desire to prove himself as a capable leader in his own right. After years of working under Parker's leadership, Rick made the decision to leave Parker's crew and start his own mining operation. This move shocked many viewers, especially given the close relationship the two had built over time. The fallout was significant, and fans were left wondering how the split would affect the future of the show. Rick's return to Gold Rush. What does it mean for the show? Rick Ness's return to Gold Rush is undoubtedly a game-changer for the series. After successfully establishing his own mining operation and facing the challenges that come with running a crew, Rick's decision to come back suggests that there is still unfinished business between him and Parker. The dynamics between the two former colleagues and now potential rivals will bring a fresh layer of drama and excitement to the show. But how does Parker feel about it? In interviews and behind-the-scenes footage, Parker has expressed a mixture of surprise, curiosity, and cautious optimism about Rick's return. Parker has always been the star of Gold Rush, and his mining operation is the show's focal point. But Rick's return means that Parker will have to share the spotlight once again, and the possibility of their two operations overlapping will undoubtedly create tension. Parker himself has acknowledged that he doesn't know exactly what to expect from Rick's return. "Rick and I have had our ups and downs over the years," Parker said in a recent interview. "But gold mining is a tough business, and sometimes you need to work together to survive. I'll admit, it's a little weird having him back, but I'm not opposed to seeing how things go." This statement reflects Parker's pragmatic approach to the situation. Despite the emotional baggage from their past, Parker seems to understand that the gold mining industry is brutal and that having Rick back on the show could provide an opportunity to reconcile their differences and, perhaps, work together again, or even face off against each other in a friendly or not-so-friendly rivalry. The impact of Rick's return on Gold Rush fans. The return of Rick Ness is undoubtedly a major talking point for Gold Rush fans. Many viewers have followed the ups and downs of Parker and Rick's relationship, and the possibility of them working together or against each other once again has sparked a wave of excitement on social media. Fans are eager to see how the tension between the two plays out and whether they can put their past behind them to succeed in the unforgiving world of gold mining. For some fans, Rick's departure from Parker's team was a turning point in the show. His loyalty to Parker had been a defining characteristic of his role on Gold Rush, and his decision to leave the team was seen as a betrayal by some viewers. However, others understood Rick's desire to prove himself as a leader and were excited to see how he would handle the pressures of running his own operation. Rick's return has sparked a renewed interest in his storyline, and fans are eager to see how he has evolved since his departure. Many fans are also curious about the future of Parker's operation. Will Rick's return create competition between the two mining teams, or will they find a way to collaborate and combine their efforts? The possibilities are endless, and this sense of uncertainty is what makes the upcoming season of Gold Rush so exciting. Parker's future on Gold Rush and the role of competition. As the leader of one of the most successful gold mining operations on Gold Rush, Parker Schnabel has always been driven by competition. His relentless pursuit of success and his ability to stay focused in the face of adversity have made him a fan favorite. However, with Rick's return, Parker's leadership will be tested in new ways. Parker has long been the dominant force on Gold Rush, but Rick's return could lead to an interesting dynamic where both men are vying for the same goal, gold. While Parker has proven himself to be a top-tier miner, Rick's experience running his own operation could make him a formidable competitor. The two will likely find themselves in direct competition, especially when it comes to the scale of their operations, and this will provide a compelling storyline for viewers. Despite the potential for rivalry, Parker has shown that he is willing to embrace challenges. "I've learned a lot in this industry, but you never stop learning," Parker said. "Having Rick back on the show could be a good thing. We've always pushed each other to be better, and I think that's what makes gold mining so exciting." This spirit of competition, combined with the underlying respect that Parker and Rick share for each other, will likely make for some compelling television. As both men face new challenges and obstacles in the hunt for gold, their rivalry will serve as a driving force that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats.